Miglaba. First of all, I wanna thank God for everything, and especially my mother. Because of my mother, I become the person I am today. And my mother have taught me many things, like especially like fear God and to love God and to walk in His way. And so I'm very thankful for her, for her being by my side, for supporting me regardless of the disagreement, and for everything that she have done for me. So I wanna tell you guys about a story from way back that my mother told me. It was a time and period of like hardship, and my mother was like a few months pregnant, and she was about like a few months. I don't know how many months, but at that time they were living in a small village in a Korean community, and at that time the Burmese army. No offense to Burmese, but the Burmese army came into our village, and they tried. Murder, torture, and rape and everything. So like all the villagers, the family, friends, relative have to flee their home, and because of the houses like burning down, everything is getting people are getting murdered, so they have to run away to save their own lives. And during running up and down the mountain, and in sometime in the rainy day, hard time, they have to go through very difficult time. And during that time, in the middle of the jungle of nowhere, after a few months later, my mother gave birth to me, and she named me Hser in Korean, which means hope to be alive. So, and I thank God for my mother, for her being a really strong woman, and for her to go through a really hard time, and she was able, and because of God's help, God's providence and everything, and I'm really thankful for her. And she's like my guardian angel, which sent from God to help me to grow up and know Him, to walk in His way. And it's a really long story, and I'm gonna make it short. So later on, we get into the refugee camp in Thailand, in the border of Burma and Thailand. And I actually, basically, I grew up there for up to 10 years. My mother would teach me how to sing, how to compete in competition in the churches, like scriptures, and the scripture. One of the first scripture that I learned is the ninth fruit, the ninth fruit, and we would go compete against some other kids, and I didn't win anything. But what she have taught me was really important. What she told me, that if you can't win anything on earth, but there's a bigger prize up in heaven. So I'm really thankful, and she's my she inspired me, sorry. She inspired me in many ways. And so the blessing from God is keep on coming step by step, time after time. After we got into like a free zone, which is like a refugee camp, we God have blessed us to come to the United States, which is a bigger blessing for us. And we got into USA in California. We first started in Orange County. We came in there. So at first, it's really difficult for us to settle and to especially when we don't know any English, we don't know how to speak, and we don't understand anything. And it was really hard when we first got here. And most importantly, I wanted, like, my mother wanted to go to church, but then where in Orange County there's no Karen or Burmese community, so we would go to the the church. So we would go, but we don't understand anything. So then my mother prayed, and so pray that there's Karen or any community or any languages that we would understand. The church that we can go to, and she would pray, and then later on, like a few years or 1 or 2 years after, God answered her prayer, and we get to know Pibiju, David, and like later on, most of everybody will be here. So it's a really big blessing for us to know all of you guys. And so then, what I really want to say is to all the mothers out there for going through the labor, like 9 months of labor, for all the hard times raising up kids, taking care of the houses, and for everything that they have done. I want to thank them for everything that they have done, and happy Mother's Day. And I want to appreciate my mother with this song.
Natabo